Once you've logged in to OMS, you want to click on the Event Manager in order to create a new event. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see Offer New Event. You click on that, and all of our events are public, and all of our event registration types are individual. It's at this point that you're going to decide if this is a single-day event, multi-day consecutive, or multi-day non-consecutive. We're going to create one that is multi-day non-consecutive over the period of 3 days. Then click Continue. You choose which dates this event is going to take place, and we're going to just make up some arbitrary dates. And once you've done that, you will click Continue. You are then going to determine a start and end time. This assumes that you are starting and ending at the same time for each of the 3 sessions. If there's a difference, you should place a time note. For instance, on May 2nd, 2016, we will only meet from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. You will then title it Sample Academy. Make sure that all words are capitalized, as it is a proper noun. You're then going to describe whatever the event is. If we have made a flyer for the event, then go ahead and copy and paste that event flyer into this description. If you want to also include an image, you do have to have a URL to that image. You can't do a straight upload. So please be aware of that and upload any images ahead of time before you go to make your OMS link. I'm going to make a really basic description here. Can't get any more basic than that. And then if there's any other optional data, mostly we don't fill anything in there. For the intended audience, think as broadly as possible, but if this is sponsored by a particular district, you will want to be aware of what kinds of teachers are in that district. So let's say teachers and administrators in Cambrian School District. This is what it includes: materials, online website to be accessed anytime after the training. And then if there are any collaborative partners that you have partnered with to put on this event, let's say that you are partnering with the Kraus Center for Innovation, or you're partnering with Imagine K-12, you would give them credit here. You're then going to have to choose the event location. So your most recent locations are listed there in case you get lucky and those are ones that you're presenting at again. Otherwise, you need to click on Find. You will then need to search for the county district. You can search by site name. Sometimes that's a little more difficult, so I like to go straight to Santa Clara County, since most of our professional development is located in Santa Clara. And you have to drill down specifically to the school. So in this case, we're pretending that this is going to take place in Cambrian. It lists the schools. Is it at the district office? Or let's say that this one is actually going to be at Price Middle School. If there are any notes, you should place them here. For instance, this is going to be in room 212. You always want to show the location, just more information is better. You can skip the category, but make sure that you highlight which goals you are addressing. So in this case, it's goal number 2, and for our own team goals, this event is actually going to address 2 of our team goals. In terms of facilitator, you will then find your name and highlight it. So here we will highlight my name, but let's say I'm tag teaming this with Karen, so I'm going to list her name as well. If the facilitator's name isn't listed here, you can just type their name here. So let's say I'm also going to present this with Karen Leanne. The contact person can be you as the facilitator if you'd like. Your name or your email address will be here. However, for all leading edge classes or any classes that include an exchange of money, so if there's an MOU or if there is funds that are being exchanged, please make sure that the contact is whoever the primary person is who's responsible for that. So in this case, it's the manager, so make sure that that's the name that you put down. So for this, let's say there's a single price for the event. Let's say that it's $100 per individual, and then you can give payment instructions. Now, in our team as it is right now, POs or checks only. We don't accept cash and we don't accept credit card right now. You don't have to worry about interdepartment transfer until that becomes more of something that we do regularly. So you can say check and purchase order here as well. It's nice to reiterate it here just so that folks know. Sometimes you may want to also say payment due prior to start date. Please send payment to that helps give as much information as they possibly need. Maximum number of participants, generally we set that at 30, and there is no cancellation or refund policy. If you leave the registration start date blank, it will start accepting registrations as soon as you create this event. The deadline date depends on the type of event. LEC classes or classes that you have to prep prior should have a deadline date of at least 2 days prior to the kickoff date. Any others, generally we leave those blank and they are set for the date or the first date of the event. You then click on continue and you will see the standard fields of information that is being collected: the name, phone number, county, email, participant work address, as well as additional fields. So if you want to gather home address or an additional email address, any variety of information, you can do so, position or grade level. In addition, if you want to bring, let's say, some snacks or anything like that, here would be a good place for you to ask. Snacks will be provided. Do you have any allergies of which we should be aware? Just to make sure. Then you click to finish. What you can now do is you will see that you have a permalink. And if you click on that link, this is how the event will look to anyone else. This is also the link that you should send out to other people to get them to register. You'll see all your information is here: title, dates, time, audience, facilitator, etc., and location, contact, and who the sponsor is. They can then easily click here to register. And you will see that their registration process is fairly straightforward. And there's our snacks will be provided. There's the price. They select what type of payment method, and it's either a check or purchase order, and they submit registration. So once I submit my name, I'm going to go through this process so that you can see what it looks like once somebody registers. Now, someone can choose that they work for, in which case they have to actually identify the county, district, and school. I'm going to say I do not, just for the sake of simplicity. And I can enter a mailing address if I'd like. Nope, I don't have any allergies, and I'm going to pay by check. I'm going to click my, oh, this is one of the things I forget. Now, once I've submitted, as a user, do I want to register another person from the same or from a different, or return to the calendar of scheduled events? None of the above. What happens then is that over in your inbox, or at least in the administrator's inbox, you get as a manager of this, you get a notification that a pending registration has been submitted. What that looks like in OMS is over here. Oh, I'm sorry, if I go back to my admin view and I refresh this, oops, I will see that I have a pending person. So now that I've gotten that email saying that I have somebody pending, I want to click on View List, View All, and I see my pending registration. I click on the name and click Confirmed, and I update that. You can confirm people as you go through, regardless of whether or not they have paid already, especially if the expectation is that payment will happen upon the first day of the class. So you confirm the registrations, and then once everyone's registered, after you have gone through and made sure that all the registrations have gone through, you will click on each of the names, and at the very bottom, you will see that you can record payment. And this is where you will do this. You will click on the payment. It's a check. You'll say what check number it is and how much it's for. You will submit payment information. And prior to, for a paid event, prior to the event actually taking place, or when you have collected all of the funds, you will print a copy of this page, which is the page that lists the academy itself, the forward-facing academy, and you will also attach a list of the participants. So you can export data, export participant information, and say you want to export confirmed people and show payment details. You'll then click Export Data, and you will see that there is a check on this date, by check, all of this information, and you can print that Excel file. You should also, of course, include the first name and last name. This name, first name, last name, check, all of the amount paid. You will print this, as well as this page, and attach whatever checks you have as you go through and submit them to our primary administrative assistant. She will handle all of the depositing for us. I hope this has given you a good overview of OMS event creation, and if you have any other questions, please know that your manager or director are always here to help. Thank you.